Hello and good morning. 72 over 68 out here in Alexandria right now. Still cloudy on this camera. I see the sun outside here, so it looks dark and dreary right there. But here at my house, just a couple of miles away as the crow would fly, it's looking good. Down at Stelli's in LeBeau, a little warmer, 80 over 76. So that dew point at 76, lots of moisture, lots of steam here. Could see a few storms down south today, but I don't expect that to be widespread. And Leesville with a higher dew point as well. So the northeastern part of the area, a little bit drier than the southwest, and we're seeing lots of cloud cover, but also some sun mixing in. I think we see plenty of sunshine for today. Now, the remnants of Francine continue to kind of churn there over Tennessee, northern Mississippi, Alabama. That along with the disturbance off the eastern seaboard means a little rain possibly for the LSU game today. If you've traveled out that way, it's not going to be a rain out or anything, but it does look like there will be a little bit of rainfall with that. And with radar showing the rain is out that way right now, you can see just some sprinkles and light stuff. The heavier rain is across Tennessee and Alabama, and even a few storms sneaking down the backside there in Oklahoma. That's the one. Oklahoma City, seeing a couple of rumbles of thunder this morning. Hearing a couple of rumbles. I guess it'd be weird. You can't see them so much. The temperatures for today, we're going to be in the 80s, maybe approaching 90 degrees across most of the area. And again, I think there could be a few storms, but that's especially going to be down south along I-10. And we're at that time of year where at night it cools off to a respectable level, upper 60s, something like that. So we're not seeing these temperatures holding up near 80 like we do in the summer on so many days. So here's the planner for today. It looks like we'll see some clouds, highs in the upper 80s to near 90. Today's normal, typical, like seasonal average temperature, 90. We drop that down to 89 tomorrow, and we just don't look back. We're going through the 80s. A month from now, your average high is 81 degrees with overnight lows in the 50s, so we are sliding into comfort over the next month or so. Of course, we'll see a few hot days mixed in, but things are looking up. Now, again, we could see a few storms on Futurecast. You see those popping up. I think this one might be a little bit too excited about the rain locally, but we are going to have to keep an eye on the radar today. Again, we do have some that moisture in place. We have the remnants of Francine just off to the east, so potentially we get a few storms in the area for today. Looking at the severe outlook, though, nothing really widespread or anything like that. Could be a few severe storms up in the Dakotas if you planned on visiting the state capital of South Dakota today. Tropical Storm Gordon out over the open Atlantic and not doing much. Imagine the billboards if Gordon was Francine. Oh, they'd have been all over the place. Look at this, though. This storm is going to be pretty tame, and I think we could see this actually weaken, become a tropical storm again. It's just kind of floating around out there in the central Atlantic Ocean. So really not much of an interest for anyone unless you're taking like a cruise from Key West to Casablanca or something like that. But that storm system not going to be an impact here. Speaking of the Carolinas, with all the LSU fans out there, I'm sure you guys traveled that far, right? Some of you did. Well, there is an area we're watching, about a 50-50 shot at development there. Regardless, it looks like some rain is going to be moving in from the east to the west over the next few days. Could be as a tropical system, so if you have any sort of plans to go to Myrtle Beach, the Outer Banks, even Savannah, well, you might want to check ahead on that because we could see a landfalling tropical system later on this week. And for us here, not much rain. Just a couple of showers out there in the forecast over the next few days. I'll show you that here in just a second in the 7-day, but nothing heavy. We needed the break from the rain here. We've fixed any sort of abnormally dry conditions locally, obviously, and it looks like we're going to see those showers and thunderstorms, pretty much the heavier stuff, staying off to our east. So what does that 7-day look like? I'm going to show you a surprise here at the end of things. It's just something irresponsible I like to do every once in a while. I like to show you a model from like 14 days out, but I don't do it with like hurricanes and stuff. I do it with the fun stuff. So we're going to do that. 90 degrees for today, upper 80s, low 90s. This is pretty much exactly where we should be this time of year. Couple of storms are possible. Overnight lows, upper 60s to near 70, and no real tropical threat, no severe threat that we're looking at, no major severe threat. Of course, you can, with these storms popping, you can see something get a little rowdy out there. But here is the temperature forecast through toward the end of the month, September 28th to the 22nd to the 28th, near or slightly above normal. So upper 80s, near 90, something like that. And then your normal rainfall in the forecast as well. So not much to write home about, though I don't think anyone writes home. I mean, you might send a text or something. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look. Let me pop the right thing up here. Okay. So this is 342 hours out. So that's almost like 2 weeks or something like that. So let's go into display capture. And here it is. We're starting to see blue show up on these things. Mountain snow, pretty widespread up in Montana through Colorado. Now, will this happen? It may or may not. It's 2 weeks out there. But what that shows me is that we actually have colder air that is pooling to the north, and eventually this is going to start coming southward. We need to get that snowpack built up there. That's how the cooler air can make it down this way. And if we start seeing those forecast models and then eventual reality, showing the snow out in the Rockies and then eventually into Canada, like might even see a little blue up there into southern Saskatchewan and Manitoba. So once that happens, then that cooler air translates down here, and all of us cool weather fans finally get that sweet victory. Fun stuff. Yes, it is snow, but it's snow in the mountains. It's not here. So, all right, I'm going to get on out of here for today. I'll probably just be live tomorrow afternoon. Me or Tom, I think I'll just probably do that. The way I go is Sunday, go to church. If there's not crazy weather, we don't do the morning thing. Then we'll go grab lunch, get a nap, and then I'll come do weather. That's what Sundays are around here, hopefully, if we don't have a lot of work to do. All right, I will see you back here tomorrow. Have a wonderful weekend, and let's go ahead and win that game, LSU, right? I think they should. All right, see you guys later.